Alright, welcome back to the cooking show, guys. Today we're going to be making some salmon, a different salmon than the bourbon salmon, with some baby bella mushrooms as well. And the baby bella mushrooms are sliced, as you see right here. You'll see a little bit better view of that. And then I got about a quarter-pound of salmon, and we're going to be spicing it up and everything. So let's get right to it. Alright guys, now to start off, we're going to take some olive oil, put that in there like I said, and then we're going to put some salt and pepper, just a reasonable amount of salt and pepper. As you can see right here, I'm just going a couple switches like that, and then do this. And then after that, we're going to start about 5-10 minutes after I let it sear and sweat for a little bit. We are going to put some rosemary and garlic powder, but you don't want to do that too soon because you don't want the garlic powder to go bitter. And at the very end, we're going to put a little lemon juice as well. And as you can see, you can just kind of go like this, swish it around and cook it up evenly. Now we're going to let this sear for a little while. And while we do that, we're going to get some salmon spiced up. Alrighty, let's get right to it, guys. Alright, now that we got the mushrooms cooking up, now we're going to spice up the salmon. So the three main spices I like to use is Seafood Magic right here. Spectacular. I love it. Garlic powder. And then oregano leaves. Now, I don't put salt or pepper on, and that's just my personal liking of it. You can put salt. I just realized I eat too much salt if I put salt on it already, and I put more salt on after. So that's just personal preference. So then you're going to put that on, and you're going to put that on both sides so it's nicely flavored on both sides. Now I like to kind of switch it up. Sometimes I'll do oregano first to make sure that's a strong base, and then I'll do the garlic powder as well. But for this one, top one, I'm going to do garlic powder. I almost poured the whole thing in there. I'm going to start with just the garlic powder as the last ingredient, and then on the other side, I'm going to do garlic powder first, oregano, and then the Seafood Magic will be second to last. Now, as you see, we still got the mushrooms sauteing, as they should be. But now we're going to start by putting the salmon in, because I like to give the mushrooms some time to cook prior so that I have all the food kind of being finished at the same time. Now, I preheated the pan, and I put some olive oil on there as well. Not too much, about a tablespoon. And I like to put the top on there as well, just so it kind of gets that nice crispy bottom, kind of cooks a little bit through. And then the second time when I flip it over, I like to not have the top on, so it's not like overcooking it. It's just cooking it right. And now that we got the mushrooms still going, they're pretty much ready for the next spice, which is garlic powder. And I like to also put garlic butter, but that's not necessary. The garlic powder works perfect. We'll get to that. All right, now that we got the mushrooms pretty much nearing done, we're going to put some garlic powder in there. As much as you'd like. I put a little bit too much there. I wouldn't recommend doing that much. And then some rosemary as well. You want to make sure all of them are getting covered. And it's just it's a lovely flavor to add in there. So you'll really enjoy it. And then obviously you want to make sure that gets nice and around and spread out. This one is a little sticky for a second. And you just kind of let it cook for a little longer. And yeah, and then we're going to put the lemon juice at the very end because we want to make sure that it's pretty much done and has some time not to absorb all that lemon juice, because then it gets super bitter and we don't want it to be bitter. Alright guys, now the last step with the baby bella mushrooms is to add some lemon juice. We don't want to do too much, so you want to get a generous amount, about that much right there, just about less than a tablespoon, just to add that little extra flavor to it. Now, I already pre-cooked rice. It's just another thing I like to add in it. So now I'm going to put it on the plate and again start with getting the salmon done. Looking forward to eating this now. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I like to have the salmon a little bit more crispy on each side. So for this one, which you'll see in a second, I made it a little bit before burnt and made it nice crispy. Now, on the last part, when you flip it, you want to make sure the top's off so you don't overcook it. You want to make sure there's a little, flavor left in it before you burn it or overcook it. Now, we're almost done with that, and then it's time to eat. The best part. Now the best part where we get to eat it. It's one of my favorite salmon sea. I eat it basically 3 days a week. So I hope you enjoy. And next video will be chicken fajitas. I look forward to seeing you guys there.